Hello everyone,
Howdy.
and welcome back to the smokiest of rooms.
Smoking room, if you will.
Yeah.
The smoke. It's more like... Right?
I guess that one's free.
That one's free for you. That one's for all y'all. There you go. I could do better, but I'm not gonna. Anyway. So, Josh, I have a story to tell
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
For legal reasons, the events in this story happened to my friend.
Okay.
Okay?
So you.
For legal reasons, my friend. So, my friend went out and had an event with his good friend Jonathan and a few other friends over the weekend. And two of the friends were like, hey, can you pick up some chairs for us to sit in while we're there? And this friend also needed a chair themselves, right? So the friend was like, yeah, I'll go pick up some chairs.
Okay, so before you continue, we can call this friend of yours Daphne.
Yeah, okay, Daphne.
Daphne.
We'll say Daphne, okay. So Daphne had to go pick up chairs and a few other things from the store before meeting up with them for the evening.
Yeah.
Daphne went to Walmart.
Yeah.
And got, the things they needed to, some ice, whatever, and 3 fold-out lawn chairs, which were each about, $25. Daphne went to the self-checkout line and scanned... Oh, and also Daphne bought some alcohol as well, right?
Okay.
So Daphne scanned the ice and was, talking with the guy, with, the clerk guy.
Yeah.
Daphne scanned the alcohol, which, the guy needs to come over and scan your thing. And the guy was like, hey, yeah, you all done with this stuff? And he, scanned my stuff. Boop, 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 hit me to check out, and then it was saying to swipe my card. And Daphne hadn't scanned the 3 chairs. So in that moment, Daphne paid for the ice and the drink and walked out with everything. So Daphne walked out of there with 3 chairs, each valued at about $25.
It be what it be.
It do be like that.
It do be that way.
It was harrowing. So I've been told. Yeah, it was quite the harrowing adventure.
Yeah. Danger-prone Daphne did very well that day.
I would say that Daphne did.
Well, we're here being interrogated by our good friend Nikolai.
Interrogated.
Yeah.
What does he think? He's a cop? Is he a cop? Are you a cop, Nick? You have to tell us or it's entrapment.
He's gonna pull out his badge from behind him.
His badger?
Yeah. His badger badge.
His badger badge.
Yeah.
This is my badger badge. I badger her with my badge.
Every badger is just born with a badge.
Terrible. Awful.
You're the one that started.
You didn't have to keep going, though.
I mean... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. With one obvious question, Nick crushed any resistance I had with the simple, obvious truth that he had known the second they found Jack. I didn't put up much of a fight. I didn't even try to avoid the badger when I knew he would have suspect something. Not suspect, because he knows that I killed Jack. I give up. I lay there and just wait. Wait for whatever Nick has in store for me. When the badger sees this, he eases up on the pressure, pulling back a little and loosening his hold. I think about fighting back then, kicking him right where I'd been so happy to pleasure him before. Then bite his throat out like I would have when I was kissing him.
Sam, you need to tell me exactly what happened.
I swallow hard, which feels almost impossible through my dry throat. You tell William?
No, that will depend on what you tell me.
Somehow I smile, even though I don't feel like smiling at all. And what do you care? Wait, why do you care what I gotta say about it? I expect the badger to be angry, and I kinda want him to be. Maybe then he'd beat me and choke me until I'm dead. hot. Better than
God.
what I'd say when the town finds out. I feel like my insides turn to water as I think about what's ahead for me. But Nick's face turns sad, and then he looks deep into my eyes until I have to look away.
Because you are a dear friend of mine, and I know you, and I knew Jack.
I look back at Nick, and I've never seen him look so damn sad before. Sad and honest before.
I know that you would only do such a thing if there was a good reason, and I know someone like Jack could give that reason. So please, tell me the truth, and I will decide from there.
We stare at each other for a long time. I think. I try to at least, because I feel so damn confused. Why did Nick let me touch him like that before he asked this? It doesn't make sense.
Didn't want to ruin the moment.
Yeah. I give up finally, going slack on the bed.
I want to help you.
Liar. Fucking liar. Trusting people is what caused all this in the first place. But Nick is different from most others here. Not like that. Wait, not like Jack at all. And I know that. And I want to believe him, but I can't. But while I can't trust him, I can at least try to tell the truth before I get killed. That would be worth something, wouldn't it? Probably not. Because I'm stuck in the deepest rut of my life. One I've never get out of unless Nick is telling the truth. So I tell the truth. About how I met Jack, about how I fell in love, about the promise of a new life, of the gold and the fight. By the end, tears are leaking out of the corners of my eyes, even though my voice is steady and emotionless. Emotionless?
Is Nick gonna be sad that Samuel said he fell in love with Jack? Because Nick's like, no, fall in love with me.
What? He's I mean, he knows the line of work. He's with it.
I mean, I know he's with it, but he's like, no, fall in love with me.
I mean, he gets a little. I mean, he's an understanding guy.
I know he is.
He knows what's up. Whoops. Okay. Yeah. I finished the story at the point where Nick saw me stumbling away from the mine. I let go of my paws halfway through the story, but I just let them lay at my sides, limp. Nick tries steadying me, so I look back at him. Well, could you at least do me a favor and kill me before you turn me in?
What?
Snap my neck, now. Are you gonna turn me in or not? Sam would be into it.
You think so?
Yeah. I glare at him. He stares back, as if thinking, then...
No.
What do you mean, no?
I mean that I will not turn you in. I believe you.
I'm still numb from what happened, so I just go on lying there, staring back at Nick. I don't move until Nick leans over me, and again, I'm ready to kick, but he pulls me up into a hug. I lean awkwardly against him, my legs pushed to the side by one of his giant thighs.
I'm sorry. I needed to know. I knew you had a good reason, especially now that I know he was the one to hurt you. But I needed you to tell me.
Nick lets me go gently, and I sit there next to him on the bed, not daring to believe him. But if he's really not gonna rat me out, I might have a chance. I have to be better than... it would be better than having to make a run for it. As if he read my mind just then, Nick takes another deep breath.
I know you might not trust me now, but hear this. I know you're telling the truth because Jack attempted the same trick with one of our other miners. A tiger named Yao. He's a good, trustworthy man. He told me that Jack said he found bags of gold in the mine and needed help hauling them out. He told Yao that they would sneak the gold out without handing over the owner's share.
I wipe my eyes quickly, still not trusting, but kinda hopeful. Still, I still feel like I've been beaten up all over again, my head throbbing and with every heartbeat. Did Yao have money?
No, but Yao had some valuable possessions he keeps in the bunkhouse safe. Jack told him to bring those things so they could make a quick escape.
Wow. Now I know I'm stupid, because that sounds like the dumbest fucking scam I've ever heard.
Well, you are certainly far too hasty, and I wish you would have said something about this to me.
I laugh in a way that sounds kind of crazy to me. Well, yeah, that would have stopped all of this from happening in the first place.
Not just about Jack, but about you leaving. I preferred to say goodbye to my friends.
I let out a long, shuddering breath, suddenly exhausted. I'll make sure to let you know the next time I skip town.
You're not going to run away tonight?
You think I should?
No, I think you should do it later, to avoid suspicion. I am the only person who saw you coming from the mines. The only evidence of you being there was your money and your wounds. The money does not matter. You made up a believable story about the wounds, and though it could draw some suspicion, it is no proof.
I shrug. Doesn't matter if the town decides I'm guilty.
Most don't know you, and William is on your side, isn't he?
I smile in a beaten sort of way. I don't know. I really don't. I think he'd hang me if he knew.
Not if he knows the truth.
I give Nick a hard look. I'm not telling William.
I know. It's best not to right now. But I want to help you. We can make plans to keep you safe, even leave Echo eventually, if that's what you want.
It's not hard to come up with the answer. I'd want to leave.
Of course. I think we should start with getting that money back. No one mentioned finding coins.
I hadn't even considered going back for my money. Why would I, after what I went through? But I left out those parts. The parts where the devil himself came after me. I don't know if I could make myself go back in there, but I nod anyway because I don't want to explain something I can't.
Alright, you should sleep for now. Would you like me to spend the night?
Yeah. I say it automatically before I can even think. Maybe it's so I can keep an eye on him, or maybe because I want to believe I can trust someone. Maybe I'll run when he's asleep. Trust in the desert more than this badger to save me. Either way, Nick just smiles again, pulling me close.
Nick's a good guy.
Nick's a guy.
Nick's a pretty good guy.
I come to in darkness.
Falling into darkness. Wait, a light. Kyrie!
You know I know where your knives are.
Yeah.
And you know I'm a man with no fear.
No fear, all drive.
Some might say all you need is drive.
All you need is drive. Let's go. It's true. Sentai told me so.
Right? Complete darkness, complete dankness. A blackness that's so thick it feels alive. My head hurts. My forehead, it feels... I reach up, then gasp as I feel a crater where it should be smooth. My head's been bashed in, but somehow I'm alive. I cradle my head gently in my paws, thinking, what happened? I can't remember anything. I can't remember who I am. I just know that I'm me, and I'm in trouble. And now I hear something moving, something sliding on the ground next to me. Hello? The slithering, sliding sound stops.
What a sentence.
right? I'm kind of like
the slithering sliding sound stops.
What is this fucking word? Like,
we love alliteration.
No.
We love some alliteration.
No.
It's pretty good.
I stare into the dark, then everything crashes in on me at once. I need help. So I start to cry. What a bitch. Help me, please. I beg the thing in the darkness. The slithering sound starts up again and moves closer, but it's slower now. Then, when it's just a foot in front of me, I hear it. It doesn't speak words, I know. It makes many sounds at once, sounds I can't describe, sounds I've never heard before. I know that this thing in front of me isn't natural. It's something that shouldn't exist. But even then, it leans forward, and sharp things close around my face. I scream. Ooh. What a bitch.
Our friend paid him a visit, gave him a little... tasty. Delicious.
Uh-huh. I jolt awake, grasping and sitting up. I'm confused, partly because I'm still here, and though I plan to run, and also because Nick is somehow sleeping through the thundering knocks. I wait, hoping whoever it is just goes away, but this time Nick does wake up, jerking hard as he looks around.
What's that?
When the knocks sound again, Nick gasps, panicking.
Ah!
He immediately rolls off the bed into the small space between it and the wall, but of course he doesn't fit.
It's the sheriff. You in there, Sam?
Shit. I whisper under my breath, not ready to face William after what happened last night. I quickly get up, grabbing my underwear and putting it on. At the same time, I motion at Nick to do the same, but he still looks panicked, even though I think William knows about him. I move towards the door, and finally Nick gets up, standing in the middle of the room. He looks about ready to jump through the window. Just sit on the dang bed or something. I whisper hastily at him, not wanting us to look suspicious right now. Instead, my usual calm and collected friend rushes to the wall, presses himself against it before nodding. I don't know what else to do, so I crack open the door.
Sam, sorry to bother you right now, but I have a few questions. Is Nick in there? Was told he was a customer last night.
It takes everything in me not to look to the right, where Nick just stays frozen up against the wall. Duh. And Nick is putting me in a pretty bad situation right now. I could just lie, but it would be pretty dang obvious what's going on if I don't let William in. I usually let him in no problem. But I can tell that Nick is pretty horrified at being caught in his, with his pants all the way off. And I don't want to lie to William. So he doesn't like being lied to, and I can only imagine it will be worse if I'm caught in such an obvious one. So I do the only thing I can think to, which is absolutely nothing. Damn.
Let's go.
I just stand there, frowning at the floor until my brain just grinds to a halt, kind of like it did last night.
He has that,
I'm starting to wonder if I don't think as well on my feet as I always thought.
Sam?
I like this portrait for him with those big old eyes.
He's staring.
He's just like my kawaii waifu girls.
He's just like one of my French animes.
What were their names? What team were you on the Wakfu waifu train? Was it the Plant Girl or was it Eva? Because her name was Evangeline, right?
Yeah, Evangeline.
Was it Amalia?
No, I'm pretty sure. What, the Plant Girl?
Yeah. What's the Plant Girl's name?
I truthfully don't remember. I've seen like 1.5 episodes of Wakfu. The only exposure I have is what you've talked about it while you were watching it, and also art of the characters.
Yeah, so you have a side you're on, right? I think there's a right side.
is the right side Evangeline.
I think so.
Okay, I had a feeling.
There's also the spicy take of Ava's sister from season 2.
Oh, she has a sister?
She has, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I think my base instinct, like my monkey brain, says
Yeah.
Plant Girl.
Of course it does.
That's like my monkey brain
Yeah.
instinct.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, they're both pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when like Ava has that like short haircut.
Ooh, when she cuts her hair in season 2.
Really strong design, I would say.
Ooh.
But then Plant Girl has like she like wears her hair up in a ponytail eventually.
Yeah.
That's also a really good look.
It's a pretty good look.
So
yeah,
they're pretty good. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I should probably sit and watch Wakfu.
I don't think it's worth it.
Not even for the time villain guy. Was he season 1 villain?
Yeah, but Nox is like in 3 episodes.
Oh, that's it.
You could just watch the 3 episodes Nox is in,
maybe,
and you'd be fine.
Okay.
Legitimately, it is what it is. Well, most people are like season 1, good episodic show, has a cool villain.
Okay.
Season 2, kind of ass.
Ah, I see.
Season 3, even worse.
Oh no, because that was the last season.
That was the last season,
and they ended it off really like melancholy. And
yeah, it's kind of like, well, what are you gonna do now, show?
Yeah, it's open ended because they knew. I mean, because at that point they knew they weren't getting another one.
No, they still want a season 4.
They still want
a season 4.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know.
What are they gonna do?
I'm just gonna leave that room, I guess.
I wonder what a 2023 Wakfu would look like.
Probably even hornier. Do you remember the time scene with Eva's daughter?
Mm-mm.
Where we get to see her aged up into her 20s for like one shot, and people were like,
they're like, go, artists, go. Alpha team, move in, go. This is not a drill.
It's like one scene where she gets aged up and then immediately goes back to being like 4. Like...
I haven't seen it, no. I don't know what she looks like.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
William looks confused. And then annoyed.
I
this
like
one's
that
such a
one.
good portrait.
That's pretty good.
Damn, Williams, you're such a... If I didn't like a bunch of the Nick exclusive side characters, I do like William the most. I say I like Nick a lot because Nick's cute, right?
Yeah, of course.
But like...
But William is just such...
William is such a man.
He's so much man.
He's so man.
Like that's a like Nick is like, you know,
he's like soft core cute boy.
Absolutely. But William is a feast and will keep you fed.
I'm like, damn.
It's pretty good.
He's definitely just the hottest one of them.
This is facts. This is facts.
Yeah, and I love his energy. His like, he's annoyed at you. He hates you. God, he loves Dick. Like,
that sounds just like you.
Shut up. Read.
Crash, Sam. Is he really?
Nick finally brings our pointless shifting around to an end, thank God, as he steps out from against the wall.
Good morning, William.
William only pauses for less than a second before continuing on like nothing had happened.
Oh, there you are, Nick. Morning.
Then there's another few seconds of quiet, as I think all of us are just really conscious of Nick's prick hanging out. Seeing another man naked isn't exactly out of the ordinary, depending on where you're at. Especially in the brothel, but because it's right here in the brothel's smoke room, well, we're all a little embarrassed about it, even if we're all part of it. Nick clears his throat.
Yes, I did not want you to have to see my bare fur, so I thought I should hide myself. But I realized it was causing more trouble than... No problem, Nick. Why don't you put your pants on them in the meantime so you can get more comfortable? I want to have a few words with the two of you.
God, he's so hot.
Do you need to take a drink, Joshua?
Nah, we're fine.
Yes, of course.
And Nick looks around, sees him crumpled up trousers on the floor, then hurries over to them, one giant paw trying to cover up his privates. He has to let go of them when he stumbles back into his pants, and then sort of flops around between his legs, William glancing over for only a moment before fixing his eyes on me.
I really am sorry to interrupt your business, Sam, but this concerns the both of you, and I doubt you'll get together again anytime soon.
That's what you think. This is Nick's route, boy.
Facts. My brain is catching up to the situation finally, and the horrible pit of dread starts making its home in my gut again, reminding me that just how far away I am from being free of it. Oh, what about? I'm at least more calm than I had been when Nick confronted me last night. Actually, I feel a lot better than I should, and I start to wonder if maybe that's because Nick is kinda sharing this with me now. A burden to share. What is this cat doing? Punch him.
He was nuzzling against my leg. He probably is like, well, I want to get on your lap. Oh, but you can't. You've got a whole cup. Oh, no, he's trying to move the cup. He's going for it. All right.
He's doing the thing.
I have put on my trousers.
Good for you. Omerito.
I can see that.
I'm starting to feel fidgety with all of this small talk. William makes this sound important, but he's sure taking a sweet time to get to the point.
So, I'm gonna ask a few questions that might seem a bit tough, if you think you can handle that.
He's looking right at me. I look right at Nick, but he looks at the floor. Did he tell William something already?
Sam?
I get my eyes back over to him quick, trying to sit on the bed in a way that doesn't show how I feel inside right now.
You remember when you got yourself hurt a month back or so?
Suddenly, that joined feeling I had with Nick just dissolves away. Still, I'm holding on to some kind of hope that who I thought was my friend isn't turning me in right now. I would have woken up if he'd left the room, I think. Yeah. I'm just distracted by this cat.
I can tell.
What is this cat? Look at him. Punch.
Aww,
Punch.
Don't punch him in the face.
Punch.
He's already deformed. Stop.
Yeah, I think, memory's fuzzy having my brain shook up like that.
Well, think you can recall where it might have happened? I know you weren't sure last time. Maybe something jogged your memory.
I put on a show of thinking about it hard, but then I shrug. William sighs deeply, looking over to Nick.
Nick, can you tell Sam where you saw him coming from after he was mugged?
I look back at Nick, wondering if my feeling of deep betrayal is showing in my eyes. It must, because he looks away again as soon as I do.
Nick?
Now Nick is the one to let out a real big sigh.
I saw you heading west, up the main street as I was walking to work.
I nod, as if it isn't implicating me in anything.
Ash, you're gonna fall. He's like not even holding on.
Push.
No, stop. He's like, stop. I'm trying to help you, dick. That was to help you not fall to your fucking death, you shithead. God.
This is your cat.
He's such a dick.
Alright, maybe one of the miners could have attacked me. I try not to wince when I remember that Jack was a miner, at least for a little bit. The two of them just let the silence drag on, and I almost have to laugh at how absurdly dumb this is. The one man in this town I didn't want to find out about this is doing just that, the more I talk and fidget, and to act like I'm not completely guilty. William sees right through it. It's his job to do that.
Listen, Sam, we're not accusing you of anything. I just want to know what you might know.
I just really don't remember, William.
Listen, Sam. I know you've been mugged before. It happens when you're out messing around before the crack of dawn. But maybe it's something worth looking into if it happened the same night. I just remembered an important detail, William.
Nick steps in just as William's starting to interrogate me for real.
Okay, Mr. Robot Man.
Mr. starting to interrogate me for real. Will I ever be a real boy?
No.
Oh? And what might that be? Well, I just remembered that at the point where I came across Sam was further in town, amongst the first businesses on Main Street. What? Weren't you traveling straight from the bunkhouse to the mine? That is my usual route, yes, but I had to head into town to... well, it is embarrassing to admit, but I sometimes search the streets for disposed of newspapers. I am short on money, and I like to know what might be happening back east, where my family live. Not to mention what might be happening to my family in my home country as well. Wait, what?
That's cute.
This one's
that one's
good.
really cute.
This one's good.
Also, I feel like William should be wearing a gun. Does he not wear a gun? Does he not have a gun?
No. Wait a minute, he's got his guns right here. Pow pow.
Oh, my mistake. Shit. He says, "Stop there, evildoer." Bam! Flexes, and then the guy just falls over.
I mean, he does look really cute in this.
It's really cute.
I
like it a lot. Moshi. Howdy doody des.
Go Manasari.
Go, Manasari. It's tomorrow, da Jobadeska.
Let's go.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.
No. It's still funny. This is like
It's
the only
even-
TikTok I like.
Yeah, I believe it. It's also... It's better because it's William.
It's William. He needs to wear the hat.
The next modern one, he needs to be like, "Sam, did you see this TikTok? This shit is hilarious. Funniest shit I've ever seen." And then
No,
Sam's like, "Why did you figure out how to work this app?"
I think Murdoch says funniest shit I've ever seen in the Christmas one.
Yes.
I think he says something like that.
That's my favorite part of that joke.
Yeah.
The Pickle Rick joke.
Yeah, just the
Funniest shit I've ever seen. Like, it's just really
Is
good.
that from a TikTok?
I don't think so.
Because that's not from the episode, right?
What?
The funniest shit I've ever seen. It's
No,
from
no.
a video of a guy describing it, right?
I think so. I don't remember where the origin came from, but the joke was like, he's literally turned himself into a pickle. Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Yeah, but that was the meme that like went all over the place. I don't know where it came from originally, but it's just really funny.
Good God. I don't know what you two are up to right now. But what I don't need is for you to waste my time. If you're going to report something, keep it accurate.
Man, so like I love we don't get to see it outside of William's brow, but the way that William talks to Sam, oh, love it.
Is it pretty good?
Where he's just like, "Don't be a woman." And Sam's like being a little nag, like, "Oh, but don't simper like a woman."
Oh, William. What a guy. What a dude, huh?
Where you're my whore. And I'm like, oh, this is good.
And then you're like, yes, I am. I understand. Thank you, William. Oh, do you think Sam calls William Zaddy? Oh, Zaddy.
Read the fucking line.
And if you don't want me to find out, then don't tell me at all. I'll figure it out on my own. William, it was a month ago. My memory is also fuzzy. Fantastic. Why don't you come to my office if it clears up? In the meantime, I'll be keeping this in mind. Getting yourself involved in this murder is the last thing you or I want. Be careful from here on out.
William slams the door, leaving us both in a stunned silence. I stare at the door, then over at Nick. Nick, why the hell did you do that?
Well, you know I had my suspicions earlier.
You could have warned me. I kept saying I didn't want William to know. I make an effort to lower my voice.
Well, it was a bit late by then. I told him before I met you last night.
Were you worried about what he might do to me, though?
William is a good man. I knew I could trust him, and I know you well enough to know that Jack was the troublemaker in this situation.
Troublemaker sounds like a mighty light word for what he did. But then you ended up interrogating me harder than even William did just now.
I had to get the truth from you quickly. We are now in a better position.
How? Except with William. You saw how mad he was.
He ain't gonna do shit.
Well, yes, that was my fault.
You walked back. You walked back what you said.
You looked distressed. I wanted to help you.
Yeah, well, you might as well have never told William in the first place. Now he's really suspicious about the two of us.
That was a yawn.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was a bad situation. I did not expect him to show himself here, in your room.
It happens.
Often?
Often enough. Nick stands there looking around.
Well, I am late for work. I think I will go into the back entrance to get your coins today during my lunch, if they are still there.
Wait, really?
Of course. I assume it took you quite long to save up double eagles.
It did. A better part of 2 years. How did you know where it is? Or how do you know where it is?
Well, I helped move the body, so I know where it happened.
It's quiet again. Then the badger stoops to grab up his shirt.
He done stoop.
Yep.
I will come by again tonight, between your appointments.
All right. Thanks, Nick.
No thanks needed. I will see you tonight.
I stay sat on the bed as I stare at the floor. Okay, well, we'll end the part here. This was getting like... Man, we were in this room for like 20 years.
Quite a long while.
Oh
But a
my
lot
God.
kind of happened, though.
Yeah, we had 2 conversations and sex.
That's a lot, man. That's so much. That's like my whole day.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We'll see you around, everyone.